sunrise, new day's dawning, and it's calling you and me, where the mighty Mississippi flows by Memphis, Tennessee. We've got woodlands, fields, and water. Hey, there is no better way. You can find out all about it on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Make some time, take a family, ask a friend, but don't delay. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray. Listen up and learn about it all. Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray.
Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Now, here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray on this 5th Saturday in August. It's hard to believe. I told Shelby McCall, show producer, when I walked into the studio this morning, that it seemed like we were just here yesterday.
Yeah.
And I got two guys with me here that's going to be back to back. So y'all get ready for this. You're gonna.
Well, we're like a couple of bookends.
Bookends. Well, which end are you? That's what I want to know. So you recognize the voice from Frasier, and that is Dave Gabbert, the former Minister of Propaganda for the TWRA, and he is always with us on first Saturday, along with the other part of Brother Darrell and Darrell, Joseph Eugene Smith.
Yeah, Giuseppe Smith.
Giuseppe Smith, and you know that, well...
did Giuseppe bring his little organ grinder and monkey with him? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I wished y'all were here, but so I could see it. But I'm visualizing him right now. So, of course, Charlie Covington would normally be on 5th Saturday, but Charlie's work schedule has changed, and so we're going to try to work out something.
He had to bring in somebody off the bench.
Yeah. Well, we brought you in, so it's back to back. Brother Darrell and Brother Darrell, but these guys have been on the show so many, and of course Gene was there for the first one, and they said it wouldn't last a month. Well, I'm not sure what month they were talking about, maybe 2021, I don't know, but Gene was there in August of 2000, August of 2001, when we started this in the dungeon down at WMC, and we had to get in the back gate and come in, and I'm not sure if Shelby, what number, I should have kept a record of show producers we've had over the years, but I know that Jacob Lebowitz was our first one, but we had, we had Carl, and we had Elvis, and we had Theo, of course, for many years, and then Greg Ratliff. And then now we have Shelby McCall. And as far as I know, none of those other ones could play a trumpet. So that's
right. We got a musician now.
We got a musician, and not a what do we call a person that works on bodies? No, that's a mortician. No, so I don't want to get that. So Dave, you've been busy. Talk about the experience in Missouri by some folks. Because the regular trip to Sparta and not in Rome or Greece, but into Indiana, right? Where was that? Where was it?
Sparta, kind of set the stage. About a little over a week ago. I guess it's about 2 weeks now.
2 weeks now.
It was the 121st.
120
World Trap Shooting Championships.
Wow.
That's how long, this championship's been around.
Wow.
It's been in different parts of the country, but for years it was in Vandalia, Ohio, and then
Vandalia,
when they lost part of the lease for the club up there to the Dayton International Airport because they needed to extend the runway
Okay. All right.
You know, they didn't have the really the number of trap fields they needed to hold a world championship. So
that's when it moved to Sparta after that?
Illinois, which is kind of strange. You don't think Illinois is a very gun-friendly state, but, you know, Illinois is kind of strange. You have Chicago
watch it now.
and Cook County,
Watch it now.
and then you have the rest of Illinois.
Okay,
so.
yeah. Well, it's a big state, but so you ended up due to COVID-19.
This year, because of the pandemic and everything, of course, the governor of, Illinois has banned, large gatherings.
Yes, yeah.
So, because we're talking about a shoot with thousands of participants. So the Missouri Trap Shooting Association stepped up because they probably had one of the larger facilities that's kind of centrally located. So they moved it over to a beautiful little town on Lake of the Ozarks where the facility is located. It's called Lynn Creek, Missouri.
Okay, Lynn Creek. And that's centrally located in Missouri, right?
Yeah,
Lake of the Ozarks. Okay.
It's northeast of Springfield.
Okay, so y'all didn't have the crowd normally, of course.
No, it didn't have all the international contingents that usually show up, but there was still, over 1,000 competitors.
Okay.
In the different events, and the shoot went really good. In fact, there was some excellent scores shot. In fact, there was a young man from Nebraska who had, more or less set a record because it's never been done at the Grand. When you shoot the whole championship, this is 10 days worth of shooting.
10 days, okay.
You have a classification that's called the high overall. That's, for all the targets. Well, there's another aggregate that is shot just the championships, which is the singles championships, which is 200 targets. The doubles championship, which is 50 pair or 100 targets. And then you have the handicap championships, which is 100 targets. So that aggregate altogether is 400 targets.
Whew, okay.
And this man stepped out on the line on those events and run a perfect 400.
Come on, a perfect 400. Wow.
And that was the second time from handicap. He's a long yardage shooter, 27-yard line.
Yeah.
That was the second time during the event that he stepped out there and ran 100 from the 27-yard line.
Wow.
Which is,
and these aren't professional. These aren't professional.
No, this is sanctioned.
Amateur.
A lot of people say some of the shooters that shoot because they do clinics and stuff like that they're professionals. But no, it's governed by the Amateur Trap Shooting Association.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
The ATA.
Yeah, so this guy doesn't shoot in the Olympics. In I mean, he just it sounds like he could.
Yeah, so
yeah.
But so that was a feat to be held. I don't think like I said, nobody
in the 100-year history had ever done that.
Nobody's never shot a perfect score.
Wow, wow.
There's been a lot of 399.
Yeah. But you've been going. How long you been going?
I've been going to the Grand since about 1987.
So I know you got into this sport. I don't think you were doing that when you were growing up in Fraser, things like this. You probably when did you get involved in this yourself?
I probably
in the military or
in the formal part of shooting clay targets. During my military days.
That's right. Okay, that's what I thought, and
which would have been about 71.
Okay, you're aging yourself now.
Is that 1871?
1871. No.
Yeah.
No, like that. Because Dave shoots. I don't know how many targets Dave will shoot, but he does reload, so he does a lot of this stuff, and there's no telling how many rounds of ammunition is shot at this championship. I mean, so normally you would have vendors, you'd have all sorts of stuff going on. and the event itself, when it was at Sparta or maybe Vandalia before that, was, I mean, long. I mean, you could walk from one end to the other and still not be where you wanted to be. So,
when you have, it was like at Sparta, you know, the trap line, you've got 100 and I believe it's 127 trap fields.
Goodness gracious.
And if you walk, it's closer from the club to go into the town of Sparta than it is to walk the trap line.
You've told me that before. That's just amazing. And you know, one thing that we might mention here, Dave, this is a great sport to get youngsters involved, and we're doing that. You know, we've got never thought we'd be giving scholarships for this, you know, growing up. And we got the Mid-South, the Memphis Sports Shooting Association range. You guys have got one where Gibson County, where is that range?
Well, there's, you know, another complex at Carroll County.
Carroll County, yeah. So, hey, folks, you're listening this morning. You want to get your kids involved. You want to get involved. You say you're too old to do this. The shooting sports, and that's what they are very competitive. You learn not only tenacity and endurance, but you learn how to treat people right. You learn how to do things by the rules. And I really encourage you, and the folks at Memphis Sports Shooting Association out there, they love to get new people in trap shooting. But I wanted Dave on this first segment to kind of kick it off to us. All right, Gene, we're going to close the first segment out. Now, you got a pun for us?
Oh, yeah. You remember a friend of ours called Al Cannon?
Yes.
You know, he got thrown out of Overton Park because he was measuring the squirrels, and they got him for criticizing the critters.
Al, if you're up this morning listening to that, you know, we can't cut it out. It's already done now. All right, we got Dave and Gene, Brother Darrell and Brother Darrell. We got Shelby McCall. So when we come back, we're going to switch gears and talk to a young lady whose company has been very important part of Outdoors with Larry over the years. They got some new fabric coming out, Prime One Camo. You know who that is. That's Stacy Walker. So we'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry.